Hello and welcome to metersmart. My name's Matt Parker. I'm the owner of metersmart, and you've come to the right place to see what we don't do on the job, and that is rough work. Unfortunately, 75 to 90% of installations are this standard, which is very sad, but at least you'll know. So, first of all, I've picked this job because it was a job that had nearly every defect you can find on a job. Most jobs have a couple of these problems, maybe more, but I've never seen something that had every fault. So I've picked this one out. It's a great for demonstration. And first of all, let's look at the panel overhang. That there is excessive. It's not compliant with the manufacturer's installation, and will put a lot of stress in high winds on that panel. Secondly, it's got the DC isolator bolted to the panel, which is not allowed ever, but it's done 99% of the time because it voids the warranty of the panel by putting screws in the frame. We don't do that. We've never done that. Secondly, we've got cable strung across the roof here. You can see that it was stretched between panels right across here, putting a lot of strain on the junction boxes on the panel. We've got excessive overhang here of the rail. They don't like putting tile brackets here where they should be because it will damage the pointing when you lift the tile. And over here at the right hand side, we've got multi-brand racking, meaning he's used several brands of racking on this one job and mixed all the parts up. As you can see here, those adapters are designed to go in a specific profile of racking. He's mixed them right up, so there's no security on these panels. They could have flown off at any time. He's also picked the wrong profile. This panel is perhaps a 35mm deep panel at the side there, and this is perhaps a 40mm deep mid clamp. So the bolt was too long and went straight through it. He just kept going. He didn't have time to replace it. He's under the pump, I must admit, but he's not organised. Bad earthing. Oh, as I said, he had the wrong profile. He had 40mm clamps, not 35, and he's had to pack it. We don't do that. We always arrive on the job with the right parts. And here he's just been in a hurry. He's miscalculated, and the end clamp is off the edge of the rail. It's not holding anything. In addition, he's used the wrong profile nut in a different profile rail. That profile there, obviously by looking at it, suits that profile, not that which he has used on that. Right, moving right along. Good example of how this cable was previously stretched between panels. Some rough workmanship. This is really bad job. Right, isolators. As you can see, conduit exits the DC isolator, and they have to put a lot of stress on it to get it back underneath the panels, and this often causes the plastic thread to break at this point, and water and gets in there, and it's the number one failure on jobs as a DC isolator. Bad earthing. Oh, by the way, look at that. That's a very small overhang. There's a limit on how far from the edge you can bolt panels to. Anyway, here's an example of the excessive overhang. That there looks like it's, I'll count how many cells. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're looking at a 40% overhang. The limit is 25%, which is somewhere around here. Otherwise you void the manufacturer's warranty, plus it could blow off. This conduit is very weak. It's cracked here during the replacement of these defective panels. I fixed the whole job up, of course. I didn't leave it like this. But we never exposed this to UV at all, direct sunlight. This conduit is just not up to it. Your panels are warranted for 25 years, and you don't want parts on there that aren't going to last too. This is very rough. He's only used one screw. You're meant to use two. Additionally, virtually every job in Australia, they just screw this in with a tech gun into a 35mm wide rafter, because that's how we build houses here in Australia. Now these brackets are designed for roofs from overseas, particularly Europe, where the width is 80mm and can handle 2 screws in the top edge, but they're too thin. So what we do is we pre-drill. You'll never see anyone pre-drill except us. And anyway, this guy has done something smart. He's used a packer here to raise it above its normal height. This means he didn't have to chase out the tile here or here and bring it out through the valley, which is extra work, damages your tiles a little bit, and can cause tracking, which is high winds blowing the water uphill in high winds. So he has come up with a nice solution, obviously to save time, but it also has been a good solution to getting that tile bracket out there without disturbing the tile structure very much. It looked very neat actually from the top. I'll give the only points I'll give him on this job actually. So moving right along, some excessive overhang there. This one had 1 tile bracket and it pivoted. Obviously he didn't want to put 2 because he'll break the pointing by moving this tile and this tile here. Not a very good solution to a difficult problem. Here we have a broken tile down there. Here's a good shot of that excessive overhang, and also my solution to that problem where they stretch cables across underneath panels to link panels together. I've put a piece of conduit in there. It's very neat and gets rid of all this mess. And that's the end of the job. And yeah, often this gets mounted in direct sunlight. A big no-no. If it's in direct sunlight, not on a south wall, we'll put it in the garage. And that concludes our little journey of typical installations in Australia. Very sad, but you've come to the right place. Now you know what to look for. And after you find out by looking at other people's jobs, get a ladder, have a look. You'll give us a call and get us to put it in. Thank you.